Hello and welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, an intriguing dotty puzzle today before us. But today was the day we launched the Patreon June monthly reward content, the Paint by Numbers Institute puzzle packs by Grockles, The Asylum and Panthera, which are all Japanese sums based puzzles. So do have a look at the puzzle I did about a week ago by The Asylum to learn how Japanese sums puzzles work if you want some tips, and do enjoy that if you are one of our patrons. Do consider joining Patreon if you're not. Do like and subscribe, like the videos, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We are heading upwards towards 500,000. We might get there one day, I don't know. Now, as well, our merchandise is back available, so the store button should have been restored, deliberate pun there, below the videos. So do check out all our merch. Some of it's quite amusing. I don't know. Lots of people have said they really relish the product they got from us, so that's great. Also, many people have said that about our apps. You can check out all of our apps. And now, as to today's, they're all on the links under the video anyway, along with Patreon and Discord, etc. Now, as to today's puzzle, we don't have a Kropki app yet, but we are working very hard on getting one out. So that will probably be part of our new sort of boss app that will be the generic Cracking the Cryptic app for the future. And we'll start with a domino Sudoku that involves Kropkis and XVs and things like that. So this one could prove very interesting in respect of that, but there is mystery attached to this puzzle. It's by Can Ertuğren. I think it's pronounced Chan. I think that name is it's the Turkish cognate of John or Jan or Johannes or Ian or Ivan or Evan or Ewan or Yayan. Or Owen. These are all versions of John, I think, in various, languages is wrong, but in various cultures, let's say that. Anyway, I was led to believe that Chan is the Turkish equivalent, and enough digression. Let's look at the rules. The digits in two cells joined by a white dot have a fixed difference. So the difference between any two white dot cells is always the same. That doesn't necessarily mean it's 1, which would be normal in a Kropki puzzle. Those joined by a black dot have a fixed ratio. The ratio is not necessarily an integer. It could be any rational number. Mathematicians, I guess, will tell me that a rational number is, it must include fractions and things. So, yeah, and I wonder if Chan would have told us that if this was an integer. Maybe it's a double bluff. Maybe just a mathematician does feel like they have to specify all the possibilities. I don't know. Those joined by a blue dot have a fixed sum. So the ratio here, I was going to say that, say the ratio was 3, that might be 1 and 3, and that might be 3 and 9, for instance. But the ratio could be, this could be, suppose this could be 9 and 4, and the ratio would be 2.25 to 1, and that would be 9 and 4 as well, for instance. Those joined by a blue dot have a fixed sum, so the sums of all the blue dot joined dominoes are the same. And those joined by a red dot have a fixed product, just to complete the mathematical operations. So if those two multiplied together to give 6, so would those two. Okay, that is fascinating. There seem to me to be very few dots on this puzzle, given the level of uncertainty that this involves. So I'm not thinking this is going to be easy, but you never know. Do give it a try on the first link under the video. Chan is a brilliant constructor, so I suspect this will be a very enjoyable puzzle. And I am going to start now. Let's get cracking. Well, the blue dots, there are 4 of them here, and they are giving us a fixed sum. Right, so given that we know, do you know the secret that every row, column and box of a Sudoku adds up to 45? That is a magical truth. Given that we know that this box adds up to 45 and that each of these 4 pairs adds up to the same, then they must, 4 times x, whatever the sum of blue is x, must come to a number just below 45, within the 9 below 45. So I think blue must be 9, 10 or 11, the blue sum. And therefore, this number is 1, 5 or 9 to make up the difference from 36, 40 or 44. I think that's right. I'm happy with that. So blue is 9, 10 or 11. And much good may that do us. They are very annoying pairs in a way because there are 4 possibilities for each pair. Okay, well here, now this looks an interesting 2 by 2. We have white running round to connect up. Well, this must be a sequence of 4 digits with either a difference of 1 or 2. I don't think it can be higher. And then the 2 on the end of the sequence are connected together by a black dot. So this is going to give us various possibilities for white together with black. I'm going to think about what those possibilities are, because this could, if the white difference was 1, like a regular crop key, this could go 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm just going to write down the beginning and ends of the sequences that are possible and work out what the, I mean, there's quite a few of them. So the the ratio that would involve between the extreme digits is, oh, I can't write these down, but it's 4, I could write that down, then it's 2.5, then it's 2, oh, then it's 7 quarters. Yes, there are too many black dots, or they're in the wrong positions for that to work. 8/5 for that one, and then 1.5 is the ratio there. Okay, the reason 4/7 couldn't work, just ignore these. This is just aide-memoire. This is not Sudoku digits. I'm just writing down what the possibilities up here in these 2 cells are. And these are only the possibilities with a difference of 1 on white. I will get to the ones for 2 in a moment. But if this was 4/7, the only possibility for a ratio of 4/7 with Sudoku digits is 4/7, and it would clash with this. If you put 4/7 in there, you can't use either of them in there. So you can't use a ratio that only has 1 execution, if you like. So 4/7 is not possible, and 5/8 is similarly not possible. Definitely. Anything with a 5. Oh, I was going to say anything with a 5 in. 2.5 would be the difference. 4 times 2.5 is 10. And 1 and 3 times 2.5 are not integers, so that's not possible either. So these are the 3 possibilities with a 1 difference. And they have, sorry, this is still just aide-memoire. They have ratios of 4, 2, and 1.5, which are all, they do all have multiple fulfillments. This 6, 9 could be 2, 3, or 4, 6 elsewhere in the grid. Okay, so now what are the 2 possibilities? Because it can't be 3. The difference can't be 3, because this would go 1 at a minimum, 4, 7, 10. That's not possible. So if it's 2, it begins with either a 1, a 2, or a 3. So it will go 1, 3, 5, 7, 2, 4, 6, 8, or 3, 5, 7, 9. Now I think 1, 7 is impossible, because that's a ratio of 7, and that can only have 1 fulfillment. So I think we're left with these 5 possibilities, which is more than I was hoping to find, to be honest. So the black dots can have a difference of a ratio of 4, 2, 1.5, 4 again, or 3. So, you know, I'm tempted to think that it's 1.5. Otherwise, Chan wouldn't have put the rule in about any rational number. I don't know. That's not, we can't make that assumption. Okay, I'm just going to try and remember those ratio possibilities of 4, which has 2 realizations up here, 3, 2, or 1.5. Now, this is the other cluster of dots. What's going on here? Red dots are fixed products. Black dots are the ratios, and blue dots, oh, these are the sums of 9, 10, or 11. Okay. Well, I mean, there are 8 realizations here, but they're not all going to work. I mean, that's a lot. This is on a black dot. What do the reds mean? What do the reds mean? They mean that the product is the same. The trouble is, I was first of all thinking this is going to have to be a pair that work in a different way, like 3, 4 on one side and 2, 6 on the other, and they make 12. But actually, this could be any pair. It could be 7, 1, 7, 1, and the red dots work. Although that's quite interesting. Then the black dot gives a ratio of 7. And what would happen with 2, 6, 3, 4, say? The ratios are the same. Oh, even if I switch round 4 and 3, the ratios are the same. Like this black dot ratio is 1.5, and the blue, forget that it's a blue dot, the ratio between those digits is 1.5 as well. Whether is this going to work with any pair? What about that 7, 1, 7, 1 example? Yes, obviously the ratios are the same, they're 1 and 7. What about, I mean, think of another pair, 2, 4, 8, 1. Oh, this is really strange. Look, the ratio is 2, the ratio is 2. And if I switch that round, the ratio is 4 and the ratio is 4. And if I'm right, and I'm not sure I am, that means this blue dot specifically is acting like a black dot. Now, are there any other possibilities? Because I can't understand this mathematically. Why must this happen? I don't get that. 3, 6, 9, 2. They are 2 ways of giving, of giving 18. And again, a 3 ratio, a 3 ratio. And if you switch 2 and 9 round, I mean, if someone can succinctly explain in the comments why this always works and you always get the same ratio between pairs of digits that multiply to the same number, I am lost. But it does work, and it's a fantastic thing. And it must be in the solution path. Yes, it's in the solution path, because assuming this is right, and I think I've tested all the examples with more than one realization that I'm aware of. 32, you can't go that high. Oh, 24 has 8 and 3. I'm going to do this last test. 8, 3, 6, 4. And again, ratio of 2, ratio of 2. So almost everything works, but... And if you turn around 6, 4, oh, well, that's interesting. You get one of the ratios that wasn't possible up here. You get 1.33, and it applies. That's amazing. What a bizarre... Well, probably not. Probably to a mathematician, it's trivial, obvious, and expressible in 2 lines of algebra. But to me, that's magical. That's really mystery magical too. I don't know why it works. It does work. Blue is black. Now we have a sequence of 3 blacks. Now, if this was a regular crop key and the difference was, the ratio was 2, I would just merrily fill in 2 or 4 here and try and work on that. It is not, though. So my ratios were 4, 3, 2, and 1.5 when it was 9, 6. So I have to bear all of those in mind. Now 4, okay, 4's been ruled out because you can't go 1, 4, 16. That's far too high. Even 3 actually No, you can go 1, 3, 9. So if the ratio is 3, this middle digit is a 3. If the ratio is 2, the normal Kropke number, then it's 2 or 4. If the ratio is 1.5, you could start with an even number 2, then you go up to 3. Oh, that's impossible. You need another even number. So you would have to start with 4, product of even numbers, go up to 6, and then 9. And I mean, this could go the other way around as well, but this is how it would work. So those are the possible middle numbers. Now, I'm finally going to allow this blue dot to be blue again. I've been treating it as a black dot because it is an effective black dot. It's a brilliantly concealed ninja black dot, but I'm going to allow it to be blue again. And the blue total is 9, 10, or 11, according to this box. So the number here is quite restricted. So the most it could be is 9, and the least it could be is 5 now. If that was a 6, this could be a 5 and make 11. Oh no, hang on, I was thinking about 11. It could also be 9. So actually the least it could be is 3. Bother. Okay. But these two have to form... Right, 5 and 7 are impossible because they're never going to make a total that we are allowed to use. Oh no, I'm not. Maybe I'm on the wrong track. Could I have... No, I can't. Yeah, no, could I have a 5 here? No, this wasn't... When I listed the possibilities, there were no 5s and 7s. The possibilities were... Oh, I've forgotten already. 2, 5. No, that one didn't work. 1, 4 and 2, 8. They were the 2, 4 possibilities. The 3 possibility was... What was it? 3 to... No, that was the 2 possibility, 3 to 6. There was 6 to 9, which gave the 1.5. What was the 3 possibility here? It wasn't 5 to... Oh, such a numpty. Why can't I remember? It was 3... No, 3 to 6 gave the 2... 3, 5, 7, 9. It was 3 to 9. Yes. So we can only use these numbers on black cells. Those must be one of these pairs. Therefore, 5 and 7, which would have to repeat down here because they could only have one realization of the product, is not possible there. Okay, I mean, that's taken a while and not really yielded that much. But surely this is very limited now. If that was a 9, I think this is impossible. That would have to be a 2 to keep it down to 11. And then that's a ratio of 4.5. That would require 9 and 2 down here. And we're not going to be repeating the digits. Are we? No, we're not, because these can't have that kind of ratio. They can't have 4.5, that's why. Right, so one of these pairs... Okay, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have... Let me just go back to having the pairs up there. There they are. One of these pairs is down here and is giving the same ratio up here. So we need a ratio... We need 2 digits that sum to 9, 10 or 11 and give one of these ratios. Now there can't be many examples of that. 4, 6 would work to give 1.5. That would add up to 10. I need to find a methodical way. Let's start with the 3. 3, 6. Okay, that does work. That gives a ratio of 2. In fact, it is an example here. Oh, but 3, 6 you can't put there because this would become 12. And you can't put 6, 3 because this would be 1.5. So that is gone. It's not 3, 6. So this can't be a 3. Right, let's keep on working on this digit. If this was a 4, then we'd need a 6 to get to 10. This is the one I think does work. 4, 6, 9. So that is possible, 4, 6, 9. Now, if this is a 6, this is 3 or 4 to make 9 or 10. 6, 3, 1.5. 6, 4, so we're halving the digits. We're dividing by 1.5. You can't divide 4 by 1.5 and get a Sudoku digit. So 6 is not possible. 8 here, I think going down this way is hard. Oh, 8 would need a 2 or a 3 here, and you just couldn't go down to here. So it is 4, 6, 9. That's it. Bingo. Right, and now we know that blue is 10. That becomes a 5, because these lot add up to 40. Black, the ratio is 1.5. Surprise, surprise. Oh, and we need these products to be the same, and I've barely looked at that at all. Well, 12, okay, it's something divisible by 6, obviously, the product. So you can't put a 1 here, because that wouldn't be divisible by 6. You could put a 2 here with a 3 there. Whatever makes these work as products, this black cell is going to work. Oh, 6 by 4, I mean, that is possible. And I think that might even turn out to be right. I think that works. So it's either 2, 3 down here or 6, 4. I doubt very much that any other digit, obviously 6, 6, 4, 4 would work, would break all Sudoku rules. 6, 8. Yeah, 48, that's far too much. Okay, so it's either 6, 2 there. Well, yeah, it's either a 2, 3 or a 4, 6 pair down here. So let's keep going somehow. Now this pair adds up to 10 and it doesn't have a 4, 6. It's not 1, 9. It's 2, 8 or 3, 7. Oh, what do we know here? This pair, well, this pair is the 1.5 ratio. That is 6, 9. So that's a 6, 9. That's 8, 7. This red dot multiplies up to make either 12 or 24. It can't be 24 anymore because 6 and 8 have gone. So it's 12 and it doesn't use 6. So it's a 3, 4 pair. And 12 is the number. So that's a 3. That's a 2. All of these black dots have been fulfilled. Still got this one to go. And it's not 6, 9 anymore, because that would clash with that. Now the other possibility is 4, 6, but also, oh, it can't be 2, 3 because that would clash with that. So I think it has to be a 4, 6 pair here. And that resolves 4 and 6 up in box 2. This is very clever. That sorts out which way around 9, 8, 7, 6 goes. We've got a 1, 2, 5 triple. This is a pair that adds to 10 and it's not 4, 6 or 3, 7. It's 2, 8 or 1, 9. This is another one. Can't be 2, 8 or 3, 7. It's 1, 9 or 4, 6. And we can't have a 4 there. If that's 1, 9, that is a 6. Oh, now the white dot, yes, we know that as well. We know all of the dots, it's now 1, isn't it? So, I don't know what that is. Okay, I'm not sure. Oh, 4, 6 pair, that's handy. 4, 6 pair there, that's a 4, 6 pair. Ah, I'll tell you what that means. That means that one of these blue dots is a 4, 6 pair, but it can't be there because it would clash with that. It can't be there because it would clash with that. It's forced into a deadly pattern that will be resolved, I presume, by this white dot. Okay, and the white dot means this is an odd digit that connects to either 4 or 6, and it can't be 7, so it's 3 or 5. Now, what else have we got? 4, 6... 7 is in one of those. 3 is in one of those. Oh, this is a 3, 7, 8 triple. I know that. 4, 6. That pair. None of these are very interesting at the moment. Oh, look, yes, okay. Whatever is in here, that's lovely. See how the 4-6 thing worked? Because that's a 4-6 pair, we couldn't have 4-6 looking directly at it in either position. Whatever this is, we can't have these looking directly at them and being the same. If that was 1-9, you couldn't have 1-9 here or 1-9 here. So whatever this is here, and therefore I think it has to be the 2-8 pair. That's lovely. So this is now a 1-9 and a 7-3 pair, and we don't know anything about that. But we've got that this is a 2-8 pair. Ooh, what's this dot? Well, we've used 3 even digits in this column, and every white dot, now that we know that one is the difference, has to have an even digit on. So it has to be 6, can't be there. That's 6. 6, I say, with a 5 or 7 below it. This is not 6, and now we know this is a 1-9 pair. That gives us a 1-9 pair here. That leaves us a 2-5 pair. Oh, this is a naked single, given the 2-8 pair there, the 1-9 pair here, 4, 6, 7, and 5. That is a 3. Very nice little naked single. 1 and 7 remain in this row. Actually, I can't resolve them to my surprise. No, I don't know. I thought we would get that. Right, what else can we do? This pair. No, I don't know. Let's have a look down this column again. 6, 2, 8, 4, 3. This is 1, 5, or 9. Oh, this is 5 or 7 because we've got the 1-9 pair down here. So that's a 5-7 pair. So that's not 5. And that doesn't resolve. We're using up odd digits quite hard in this row. And we're going to need one on the white dot. But I don't think I know which. Oh, I tell you what we need on the white dot is a 6 by Sudoku. And we can't have a 7, so it's a 6-5 pair. We know which way round they go. So that's a 3. That gives us 4. That unwinds the deadly pattern that wasn't deadly. 4-6 pair there. Now, what? This can't be a 5. It doesn't sort much else out. This either is a 1-2 pair or has an 8 on it. 5s. Yes, there's a 5 in one of those, so we get a 5 down here somewhere. Well, I say yes, it's not all that helpful. We get a 6 down here. It couldn't be on the white dot with a 5, but it could be with a 7. 1, 9, 2, 5. Ooh, that is 7 or 8. Because it sees those and those. So that's all that's left. Now that at least stops this being a 7-8 pair. I don't suppose it was trying very hard to be a 7-8 pair. Okay, I'm missing something now. I mean, there's quite a lot going on though, so that's easily done. 3, 3, one of those is 3. I don't know what else to do with that. 2, 8, 4, 6. Oh, this dot can't have 3, 4, 6, or 9. It's either 8, 7 in that order, or it's a 1-2 pair. Good Lord, that is true. There's nothing else possible. 5 must be in one of these and one of these. Now, 8, 7, or 1-2. Either of those would choose the identity of this pair. Oh, and that. Well, we get a virtual 2-8 pair. That's not actually that helpful. And I suppose we get a virtual 1 pair and a virtual 7 pair between those. So actually, these digits are from 3, 5, and 9, but it doesn't really fix anything. 4, 6, 2, 5. I don't see what's going on. We must need these remaining white dots, I think. So maybe it's all down here, but there's only this little one. Okay, let's look at this then. This is either 1, 2, 7, 8, or 8, 9. I don't know how to use that. I mean, it's been a really interesting puzzle. I'm not that surprised that I'm a bit stuck again. That's really not shocking in this. Do want to keep going. 6 there, 6. Ah, bingo, yes. 6 is in one of those two cells, and that's an X-wing with 6s there. That means we've used up the 6s in rows 7 and 8 between those dominoes. These can't be a 6. We do get a 6 here. It's on the white dot. We know it can't be with 5. It's with a 7. That makes this a 5. Then we get a 7 at the other end of the column. 7 is in one of those two cells. Let's try that again. I missed the button. 3 is ruled out of all of those cells, so it's in one of these. Now that hasn't stopped this being 1, 2. It does mean one of these two is a 3. It means one of these two is not a 3, so these two can't be 7, which we actually got from that, if I'd noticed. So what about 2? No, it's not so clear-cut which side 2 can't be. Look, let's look along. Oh, that 7 is looking at that cell that we worked out was 7 or 8 earlier. Right, that fixes 2 and 8. Now 2 is also confined to the same cells as 3. Ah, and that does the job. Now this can't be 1, 2. So it's either 7, 8 or 8, 9. Let me just check on that. Yes, that's right. And 7 and 9 are both looking at this cell, so that's where the 8 goes, with 7 or 9 in the corner. 8, 6. Oh, that's a 1, 7, 9 triple. This is where 4 goes in the column. We've got 1, 5 and 9 to place here. And all I know is that's not a 5. That's not useful. Oh, it's a 1, 3, 9 triple. That is quite useful. We get 2 and 4 at the top of the column. Then these two are from 1, 7 and 9. That one is naked, therefore. 3, 4, 6, 2, 8, 7, 9 and 5 in the box. That's a 1. And we're left with a 7, 9 pair in the top section. 7, 2, 9. That can't be 2. 1, 8 and 5 to place in the top row. That can't be 1. That's as useless as a chocolate teapot. 2, 3 and 5. That's 3 or 5. 2, 3 or 5 there. We're going to get a 4 in one of those. Oh, let's see what this 4 did. And the 7. The 7 does that. The 4 sorts out the black dot. That's, oh, we've got a 1, 9 pair in the row. So 5 there. That's 9. That's 7. Oh, it's all unwinding now. This is lovely. So we can't have a 9 here. So we can't have a 1 here. So we get 1 here instead. That fixes 9, 1. This can't be 6. 6 is there. That's 7 or 8. I think all 6s are suddenly done, and my money was not on them being finished first. That is a naked 8. 3 there means this 7, 8 pair. They're resolved. That gives us the 7, 1 there. 7 here. That means this is not a 7, 8 dot, it's a 1, 2 dot. So 7, 3 there, 9, 1 above. That's an 8 because of the 1, 2 dot. These are a 5, 9 pair that weirdly I can't resolve yet. That's a 4. That's a 4. 4 is very easy to put in, weirdly, because we've done no work on them and they've been left nowhere else. 2 and 1 are actually resolved, 5 and 2 are resolved, and then we need 8 and 5, and that's finished the middle box. Now, lots of odd digits waiting their turn in columns 1 and 3. 6, 2, 8, 4, that's not an 8, so 8 in the top row goes there. Still don't know about 2 in this row, that's the only even digit still to place. And this is not a 2. That's 1 or 9. That tells us about 2. 2, 5, 1. We get a 5 there, 3, 2 there. And that 3 should do everything for me. Yes, this 5, 9 is done. 1, 9, and 1 and 9. What a brilliant puzzle. That is so clever. I found the maths of this box fascinating and faintly eerie, frankly. This blue dot was concealing a black one in a way, in a rather brilliant way, and that's a lovely puzzle. Hope you had a go at that and found the same sort of thing, or perhaps just understood it intuitively. I didn't, as you could see, but I enjoyed the journey as always, and I thank you for joining it with me on Cracking the Cryptic. Hope to see you next time on the channel. Bye for now.